class. In this studio, we are going to study variation, which focus on two learning outcomes. The student must be able to explain variation within populations and also describe the two forms of variations, or we call it as two types of variation. Look at this picture. Are we same species? Yes, of course. We are all Homo sapiens. We same? Definitely we are different. And we are more different than we thought. Because even though from the same species is different from each other is due to the variation. In biology, variation is defined as differences in characteristic, includes morphology, the physical characteristic, physiology, and behavior among individuals of the same species in a natural population. Variation is very important to a natural population. When we say natural population, means the animals that can be found in their natural habitat, not those that we have kept in human-made enclosure. Variation helps in better survival of an organism, and variation in organisms arise due to sexual reproduction, such as crossing over and independent assortment of chromosome during meiosis process that contribute to variation. For example, the female rabbits from a natural population mates with multiple mates throughout their lifespan. This causes higher variability among the offspring, and those differences allow some to survive better than others when environmental changes such as infection occurs. Vice versa, if the female rabbit from a natural population only mates with the same male rabbit throughout their lifespan, this causes lower variability among their offspring, then increases the chances that all offspring to be infected by the pathogens. Variations are classified either as continuous or quantitative variation, or discontinuous or qualitative variation. The classification is based on the measurability of the characteristic. For example, human body height and weight are measurable traits. That means it can be observed by recording the measurements. However, the types of earlobes, ability to roll tongue, and the color of different parts of pea plants are observable but not measurable traits. Continuous or quantitative variation shows smoothly grading between two extremes because differences in characteristic is not distinct, and majority of individuals with the intermediate trait is found, such as the height differences in human populations. And this variation is observed with a normal distribution, which is indicated by the bell-shaped curve. But discontinuous or qualitative variation composed of well-defined classes, such as the four distinct groups in human blood group system. Genetic traits or characteristics controlled by more than one gene tend to exhibit continuous variation or quantitative variation, with an individual phenotypes observed along a continuous spectrum of potential phenotypes. But monogenic traits or characteristics controlled by a single gene tend to exhibit discontinuous or qualitative variation, with individuals expressing one of a number of distinct phenotypes. And the polygenic traits may also be influenced by environmental factors, For example, human height is controlled by multiple genes, which is polygenes, resulting in a bell-shaped spectrum of potential phenotypes. Environmental factors such as diet and health diseases can further influence an individual's human height. Another example of polygenic trait that is influenced by environmental factors is human skin color that we have studied last semester. Human skin color is controlled by multiple melanin-producing genes, but it also affected by factors such as sun exposure. However, the qualitative characteristics of this continuous variation is determined by genetic factor only and is not influenced by environment.